Good morning, guys. It's about 8:55 on Monday, December 1st. We've got the beginning of our second snow event. This is on the tail end of yesterday's snow event. It did stop for a while. The world got really warm, and so we've got a heavy, slippery ice situation today. We cleaned up all of our lanes yesterday. Hopefully they won't be too bad. So we're gonna go out there and get it. We got about 4 inches of snow. I don't know if I can show you guys that somewhere. We got about a 4-inch snowfall. We're gonna be running the Kubota L6060 with an 80-inch cyclone. Let's go get it. Just got a phone call into our office saying that they're actually stuck and can't get out of their driveway. So I don't know why that is, but we're gonna do our best to get over there and get them cleared out. I was hoping to let the buses and stuff come through. We're gonna have to fight through city traffic, and that also means I can't come back across the city to do things in our regular order today, which basically means we're going to be out of order. I don't live in London. I had to come in to do this stuff. And when I was up every 2 hours last night checking the radar, checking the hourly, and they weren't calling for any volume. And the radar showed everything to the to the east side of London. And so finally, we went to bed at 5 a.m. I woke up at 7:30. To a message from somebody on site in London showing me a tape measure with 3 to 4 inches across the board, and maybe it's more in some other areas, I don't know yet, which obviously we jumped into action and started clearing snow. I came in right away trying to get out for 9 a.m. We got all the way up to I think like 5 degrees yesterday or something, and we knew that if we didn't touch it we would look like all these side streets. You guys can probably see it's literally solid ice. And we knew all of our laneways were going to look like that. So when we get to our first laneway, hopefully ours look better than these side streets, because we did clear them yesterday and let them thaw with the rain that we got and the with the positive temperatures. Now the question will be how much moisture stayed on there, because it did a flash freeze at about 5 p.m. yesterday, I think. And of course, you never want ice in your laneways, but we'll go see what they look like. I will in about 10 minutes when we get there, because we're all out of route and driving past dozens and dozens of our houses right now, trying to get there. Downside to certain events is the timing is terrible, the weather conditions can be terrible. And this year, at least the weather apps that I check, honestly, their accuracy so far has been very poor. We got our first event. This is our second event in contract, but outside of our contract period, we did get an event where we moved snow. I think it was 2 days ahead on like the 13th of November. We went out anyways and moved snow for people, just as a courtesy, because it was pretty substantial, 6 to 8 inches of snow. Now it's all gonna melt, but not that day. So we opted to go out and clear those laneways for people. But again, that event, they called for 1 centimeter. We were under a snow squall watch, which of course means we can get anywhere from 10 to 50 centimeters where we were at in London, Ontario, and we get this lake effect snow squalls that come down. But when stuff like that happens, make a decision. Do we go out? Do we clear the snow? Do we leave it because we're not under contract? Or do we do what's right for our customers? Of course, we always try to do what's best for our customers. Yesterday's event was under our trigger limit of 2 inches. Our actual snowfall was 2 inches, but by the time it hit the ground, it was so warm as it was falling. The most snow I measured in any place was only about 1.5 inches, but again, we didn't want that freezing, and so we cleaned everybody up. We don't want to deal with all that ice on our equipment and trying to cut through that later. Somebody has to go first and somebody has to get last. We try to keep, so far all of our snowfall clear events have taken under 6 hours. And that's even in really bad morning traffic conditions. Like right now, Monday mornings are absolutely the worst. We have all this morning traffic trying to get out to work, and the snowfall ended at 7 a.m. So when you get that kind of situation, it's like everybody's waking up and they want to go to work, and there's still snow in their laneways because we don't dispatch until the snow event is done unless we hit 6 inches of snow. If we hit 6 inches of snow, then we dispatch because, again, we try to keep all of our snow in our lanes under 6 inches at all times as much as possible. We feel like that's a fair cutoff for people should be able to still get out of their laneways and get to work. And honestly, in some ways, situations like this morning are better for us. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times now people have left for work and they did get out of their laneways, and so their cars aren't in the driveways anymore, and there's no big banks at the end. So sometimes it makes you wonder which complaints or which concerns do you run out to. At the end of the day, we take all of our concerns very seriously, and so that's why we react to them like that. Go there first, out of order. We're going to do our best here now. But they were able to get their cars out. We could clear a laneway sometimes in a minute and a half or 2 minutes. Some of these bigger driveways, a couple of minutes. But at the end of the day, do our best for everybody. But you can see snow is still falling. We're here. I don't know how we missed that memo. Of course, never intentional. I also don't think anybody's getting stuck in this. It's really light. It's really fluffy. It's much easier to move than the water we were moving yesterday, which was honestly quite something. But you know what? That's how we like to do it. Our customers are happy. We're all out here fighting the same battles. It's L6060 with the cyclone on it. It is a heavy. Excuse me. It's L6060 with the cyclone on it. Is a very heavy unit. This tractor handles it, the cyclone, very well. At the end of the day, we're still able to do 26 and we're going slight uphill. I'd say this pull out on flat ground 27 kilometers an hour, which is not the fastest tractor out there, but I think what you gain in cab economics and things of that nature, the fact that this unit comes, so snow tires, fenders, I think the lighting, remote setups. We actually put a third remote on this tractor, so because our Cyclone does have wings, we opt to actually not run it. It's one less thing to have to worry about, and it's never impacted like our clear times or speeds because everything is still the same number of passes, more or less. It would save us maybe 10 swipes in a driveway, and it's one extra remote to have to think about. We actually don't run the side links on ours. Now, putting the side links on just for containment purposes could be beneficial, but again, most of the time it doesn't matter. The Cyclone itself generally holds more than what a laneway has. We don't get a lot of overflow if on the conditions that we have to drag, and that's usually only really wet conditions. If we have snow like this that's frozen on the ground, we're blowing. So there is no volume to really drag out, only in a couple of very special circumstances, which, you know what, we just deal with it. At the end of the day, we just deal with it because it's not enough to change our program over. Just got a text message customer saying that it's been 12 hours since the snow. And again, we were monitoring last night at 8:30 and there was half an inch in North London. Not enough to dispatch over, not really showing coming still in the forecast at the time. Obviously it did. I don't even know what time it came at because all of my resources were not available to visually look outside for me. And again, the radar showed no snow system over top of London, and the hourly showed less than half a centimeter an hour for 2 hours, and we only had half an inch of snow. So normally I don't even go by the weather says or the hourly. We try to watch the actual radar. I feel like Usually the radar is a much more accurate representation of what's happening real time. Anybody's operating a tractor like this, those speed bumps, you have to slow down for them. They are absolute. If you hit them at speed in a tractor like this, hard on the machine and really hard on you. City London, big pond, buried in the snow. It's a little bouncy around here. Sometimes these new subdivisions that are still getting worked on are just the worst. Because they half put a road together knowing they're going to come in and redo it. And then what happens is it gets tore up all around all the construction and the vicious circle, like in regards to damages and not getting too close to things, because those damages can absolutely add up. Correct. I'm out. Well, of course, over the years, correct. Holiday decorations sucked up. Christmas light strands into the blower, and all sorts of weird stuff happen. And while I'm all for the holiday season, we don't like wrecking people's stuff. We don't err on the side of caution. Get as close as we can to cars. And I'm going to say we do get almost all the time. We put our stake in that dollar. We need to not pick up stones. Like, of course, it buries these things. Of course, it buries these things. The last thing we want to do is get some. That is last storm. Now we have the ice up and out. Like we love it. All but not gonna happen, sir. We got set of this. This is my worst section of the road. Our houses are the furthest apart. Obviously gets it out of the road. Thanks to everybody, but it's been 56 minutes, and I'm only 9%. You don't feel like you're getting along real fast. It's my least favorite part of the whole run. It's these main roads. We have to drive on these main roads, which is totally fine in the middle of the night. When we're out here in the middle of the day, traffic time, 2 or 3 minutes, and we go through 40 intersections. I'm in the seat, I guess. There's something about operating. I would use this gas station. That would be way too convenient. It's literally in the dead center of my run. Give me so. There's a lot of people thinking something. I don't know what the rules are as far as gas stations being allowed to have. They probably don't have plans for that at every station. So everybody down for tissue. Heavier vehicle to get diesel. You don't have to shovel it off to the sides. Just be encouraged to be shoveling right to we can get every customer to do this for us. Not only do they make our life easier, at the end of the day, we're not getting up that group. So if you got to shovel it in, it makes our access to it easier. We don't have to risk going through your garage door. For you, trying to shuffle all that snow all the way across, I'd say it'll be about 5%. Definitely. Love it. Hey, not even worth idling down, not even pushing it across. Stay on it. Boda is every 5 minutes. See it? He shoveled it off the sides already. Yeah, he could have just put it right in the driveway. Clearing everything. Actually, it's like a clear glass. Watch out for those speed bumps. Now we got signs, but I don't have space to put the signs. Officers are trying to clear it because it's got your name on it. It's not done. That's bad. People want your number attached. That's what I'm opting to do. And if they don't pay, next state for signing everything. But the best form of advertising is people seeing your equipment, seeing you show up, seeing what you do. Go down and check out that. For example, that customer had paid, but doors down, said hi, and maybe that would be sometimes the truck out for us. Always nice. Parking in there. Let's wake up, guy. If somehow you guys could get this seat to just swivel with you, just I know that sounds, maybe that's just me, but because we're always turning around on snow machines. It'd be really nice to, like goodness about it. Big driveway. Definitely to the side. It's that side. I think our lack of space. That's desperation. Nowhere else to put it. Jay is here. Pleasure of meeting him. Maybe we stay 2 hours in with 25% done our software, but coming into good section of the program here. Way less driving, so we should see that number. This next one's really season backwards. Atrocious. Let me see if I can help it at all. Shoveling this and that. Love to see it. Don't want to break anything because we will. We never know, but it's so hard. So just curious, how do you guys handle that situation with your customers? You know, some new stuff showing up at 5 hours after the problem is that is no things that stop mattering this much. Morning here. Rather take away at work. Nope. They'd love to know who plows it. That's maybe I can make a deal with that. But any policies we can just feel. Yeah. Just to give you that is 7 liters. And get those extra liters in because that's a lot of run time. Pretty day out though. For what it's worth. It's low wind. Those ends and down clouds do come through. Roads are always under construction. That's like the commentary. But if you like that, check out our last video from the previous snowfall yesterday. I did little to no commentary whatsoever on that. Check out both. Let me know what you guys think. I'll try to give you guys the best video. Depending on the time. 5 hours. That's fun. Try to look. Sometimes you look and then you look another way and you look back and there's a car where there wasn't a car. It happens. Always thankful for all the other drivers out there. Words always careful, especially when we're trying. Sometimes we've been in the cab for hours. Tired. You know? I'm saying that as an excuse. Best operator. Any of this. Yeah, no curves. No difference. It's messy ends. The geo grid is a little bit off, so we're not actually. May as well make it wider. Sometimes you think the road speed on this track is about city. By the time you factor in all, being honest, I'd say about not effective, but I'd say 35, a sweet spot. It's this road, not. Your old dad was out with snow. So no, I've got a couple of driveways that are in his area. Sometimes he hits them, and I do the same. If you look back at our very first video ever on this, you can check out that blade down below. So I think I also did video driveways better. Really see it on this channel that much anymore since I don't operate that way. But no, maybe we'll get out at the same time this year. You can see him operating it. Get the time really good. It's about that. Sorry, it's happening. That's probably for all the salt. Tell you what, you get Rocco Soccer, you learn real quick. Drive roads sucks a little bit. You gotta take your time to those up. Better than hurt yourself or scrub. Sometimes you can get extra time. Make it one turn more. See how that is. Driveway. It's worth it. I like it better. It doesn't feel too aggressive. Hey, we will take it. Back it off. Let's get the shot. So, burn up. Yes, it's come to my attention. L67. Nice to get some updates. Maybe they'll fix it for me. It's always expensive. We only have one L66. Fail. Buy it out. Give it back. It's something. Yes, that'll give us 1 year. Like it. You guys know. In the day, machine. I've seen it's better, but the price, frankly, is mind blowing because I can buy 3 Kubotas, and it's one of those as efficient. Price point is on something like that. Standard latency. I think that answers all those questions. This guy's definitely had a yard there, did I don't want analyze it a little bit. Of course, this is hard for everybody in the comments. saying we never had them. What I'm saying is these driveways aren't new. Not some of those. I know they have a bunch of live up, and I'm sure they did a great job. But I'll be honest, I've never noticed it. Maybe with that cycle, I had a corpse in 5 hours, 8,000 for it. And the new one I get quoted these days, 60,000. Probably was for the 80-inch. Now, what you put on it. And I know there's a lot of wonder, like, doesn't even matter. We're all out here in the snow. At the end of the day, our lanes pretty much all look the same. But what I will say, you know, those live edge, they do seem really convenient from the perspective of when you hit something like those lips, does it trip well? To where we don't get rock'em sock'em. I know where those lips are, but if I put a different operator, Dan, you know, those blowers might change consistency and water, sewer drain, anything that's popped up. I don't even know. Maybe they'll help keep that live edge. That's sort of what's better. I do like it. Come and watch. Let me know your thoughts down below. Future blower brands you guys want to see. We're buying one anyways, so check out one 4 hours in process. Stop, get fueled. We do that every day. Dealing with traffic. Calls are not listening. He's pretty sized. Stake that a little bit better. Next time I know it's enough. Double it before they pull the car. Your route. So that's fine. But I'm just saying, I went over there. There was no car stuck in the driveway. There was no plowing. There was absolutely no reason, and nothing but a car that pulled out. They had shoveled up near the layer. Hey, I'm starting at this number on the route. I can either run it forwards or I can run it backwards. Those are my options. There is no start in the middle option, so the alerts go out. So that confuses all the other people. Right. So I'm getting there as quickly as I can. I've got 4 more up in the north side of Sunningdale. And then I think I'm then going to head over into that neighborhood. And there's, 4 or 5 people before that. But I'm coming. You know what I mean? Because usually I'm there way sooner after they get that email. But I'm coming. They don't need to clear. I'm within an hour or less, hopefully. But thanks, friends. Add it all to the pile. It was better, I do, for everybody's sake. Inefficient for not dancing hours and hours. It's possible. These are customers that, you know, if they were complaining, I would leave cameras go. And we've not heard from any of these people. They are great. Look at that. They literally cannot thank patience. And if I was them, we appreciate everybody who's been patient with us. We're out here operating is absolutely safe. And you know what? Like earlier today, we started nothing. Well, if you're ever really in a pickle, you know, we will go off route, try to fix it. This guy did this on Earth, saying don't go by the hood of your tractor. Let's build this driveway here. So head in with the glass, dip into it, and then we dip back through it. Say it, you know, the house from, but I feel battery spot out. Sometimes we probably you gotta imagine all this instruction product. Double customer, absolutely for you guys. Not a whole lot. Sure, but the car is not in. Fan twice a year. It's not too bad to drive cars. Yeah, was parked on grass. Conditions are just perfect. I can pop up and over. Neighbors driving next door from that later. It's a nice little pocket we got. Since short jar. Asian price. Probably a lot earlier. Once we arrive in the situation. That clear our customer. This one I still gotta make sure please label good. I think you can see past straight better. 5 hour mark. Jiggles loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go. Oh, we kind of left it up. Well, rubber hands, top, clear drive, big drive. I always hope that people enjoy the show. I always grew up. To me, there's just something about watching a piece of but 2 minutes and less. It's so satisfying. This guy has really got any snow. Oh, no, it's absolutely. Stride. Yes. Read again. Got it done. Oh, that. Alright, we have cool not out of traffic. More in this neighborhood. The run we just did. 4 hours and 45 minutes. 6 hour run. About an hour and 15 more. That's the traffic. Pretty much does for us. Versus like which percentage wise 6 hour run. Yeah. It's like what? 18% or something like that. 17.5%. Racking. Sure feeling like I'm really hard, but just throwing that out there. Look at that. All takes time. Holy moly. Thanks, Pops. I appreciate you much. Get in that other entry. Something nice about getting down to your last three, which are supposed to be your first three, ironically. 50-year-old dad has come through with his tractor, so I got it like a treat, you know? Got to clear. But definitely makes for a. I got to check, but if he did those two, then he would have had 5 hours, 40 minutes. We got a couple freebies. Dad, thank you again. Got a hating her, and I a little later than we probably wanted to. But we really appreciate everyone's patience with the situation. They're clear here too. Actually, it's missing out of here now, so we will go ahead and touch this one out. So patient, waiting for us. Last house. Appreciate it. Pretty strong. Take out your whole, maybe more actually now. My dad's starting. Does it? Thanks everybody. If you made it this far in the video, please, please, please like, subscribe. I appreciate all of you. I know this is a long one. On the next snowman. Looks like it might be later this week. Be safe out there for everybody who's doing snow.